in the next part, we are going to install a mikrotik RouterOs on a virtualization environment. For all of you to practice mikrotiks by your own in your home. Okay? For example, maybe some of you doesn't have an access to mikrotik devices. Okay? So what should you do for training? Okay? I will teach you how to run a mikrotik on a virtualization environment. Okay? For this topic, at first we have to download the OS of mikrotik that named RouterOs. Mikrotik generate RouterOs for different type of CPU architecture. Okay? For example, Tile, for example, ARM, for example, x86. Okay, our CPU. At first, we go to mikrotik.com. Please do it step by step with me. Mikrotik.com. Then go to software. And here are all of the OS of mikrotik. From now, all of our course is scenario based. There is no more theoretical. All of them is scenario based. Okay? So you have to do step by step with me. Okay? There is all of the mikrotik OS based on CPU architecture. Okay, for example, mikrotik RouterOs for ARM CPU, for MIPSB eCPU. Okay, this is the name of technology. For example, is there anybody has an Android phone? Android, for example, my phone is iPhone. Yeah. Do you have Android? Your CPU is ARM CPU. Your cell phone CPU is ARM CPU. My laptop is Cry. It's an Intel CPU. Another one is AMD CPU. Okay. So in this page, mikrotik.com software, you can find all of the mikrotik RouterOs based on CPU architecture. Okay, based on CPU architecture. But they are classified, for example, tile. These tiles are belong to CCRs. But there is a different classification. For example, long-term, stable, testing, and development. Okay, long-term is an OS version that is no error reporting for this version for a long time. It is the best OS for your mikrotik. The best OS version for your mikrotik, because there is no error reporting for this version for a long time. Okay, all of the bugs are fixed. Okay.
Perfect iOS.
iOS is Cisco RouterOs.
Just router S60.
For all of the mikrotik router. Okay. Long term for ARM, long term for MIPSB, long term for Tile, long term for FLAN. Okay. The other one is stable. This one is a mikrotik recommendation, is a mikrotik suggestion. Mikrotik suggests you to use this. Mikrotik said that this one is same as long term. same as line term, but there is some new feature, and all of them are tested, but I'm absolutely sure that the line term is better. Okay, the other one is testing. Mikrotik said that this version is very good with many new features, but I don't recommend you to use this for an operational device, because this version has some new feature, but they are testing. Maybe there is some problem. And development is for example, the latest version they are working on. And for example, if you are a program and no APIs, you can work with this. So we suggest the long term. Okay? But we are going to install mikrotik RouterOs on a PC right now. Our CPU are x86 technology. So from the category, go to this type. Okay? And then we can choose from long-term testing. Long-term stable testing and development. There is main package and extra package. Main package is the system. Do you remember? System, and extra package are the other package, DHCP, wireless, routing, and the others. Okay, so main package is the system package, extra are the other package. Okay, but it is the first time that we are going to install the mikrotik on a PC. We have to download a special version CD image. As you can see, there is no CD image in the other classification. CD image is only in the x86. Okay? From this one, I just click the download. Okay? And mikrotik offer me an ISO file. Do you know what is ISO file? Same as Windows. Windows is ISO file. You can write it on a CD or DVD, put it into your computer, restart your computer, and install the Windows. Okay? So it's a ISO file. Okay? So you can write this file. On a PC, on a server, not on a router board. Okay?
For PC.
Yes, this is only for PC or server. Okay? For example, this one is 951. This mikrotik 951 series 9. There is 5 Ethernet. Series 9, 5 Ethernet, and 1 wireless. Okay, but this one is 951. The complete name is RB router board. 951 U means USB. As you can see, there is a USB beside the router. Okay, and also 2HND means it works in the frequency of 2. Okay, frequency of 2 gigahertz. Okay, and it's a high performance and support standard N. Standard N is a name of a standard in wireless environment. Yes, A, B, G, N, A, C. Okay, and D means dual. It means in this mikrotik there is two antenna. In this mikrotik there is two antenna, more bandwidth. Okay, so you find out how to name the mikrotik. Okay, for example, this one is 951 in this category. In this category, as you can see, RB 9XX 9XX. Okay, so the CPU of this mikrotik is MIPSBE. MIPSBE. Okay, okay, you realize? Okay, I will give you. Be relaxed. Okay. Okay. The download has been completed. Okay. I minimized, close this window, drag and drop here. But I don't have a PC, and I want to test mikrotik by my own. I need a virtualization environment. One of the most famous virtualization is VirtualBox. It's a virtualization software for free. You can download it from here. Okay, but the better software than this one is VMware Workstation, and it is not for free. Okay, you have to pay for this one. But you can go to farkiantech.com again. Okay, from this menu, okay, go to this subject, the third one. Okay, this website has been written in Farsi, and here is the VMware. Okay, but I don't like this. Download this one, V15, version 15. Okay, download this one and install on your computer. It depends on yourself, VirtualBox or VMware. But I preferred VMware. Okay, I minimize. Open my VMware. Okay, VMware Workstation Pro. At first, I have to create a virtual machine. A virtual machine. So, step by step, I go to click remind me later. Go to file menu, click on new virtual machine. My friends, listen to me. From now, all of teaching is in scenario. There is no more theoretical. So from now, your class will be very interesting. But please practice with me. Step by step, come with me. Okay? Go to new virtual machine. I'm going to, for example, ask my papa, ask my daddy but my daddy passed away 8 years ago from now. Ask my daddy, daddy, give me some money. And he told me, go work and, and take some money. But and I'm going to buy a computer to practice for mikrotik. Okay, but with this software, this virtualization software, you can create a computer for free and practice. It use your computer resources. For example, use your computer CPU, use your computer RAM, use your computer hard. Click next. And from this menu, you have to give your virtual machine the file of your ISO file. But I suggest you to click this one. I will install the operating system later. Okay, why? Because if you choose the mid option, okay, the second option, it will not ask you many of the question, okay, and create a virtual machine by its recommendation. But we are the network administrator. The computer should listen to me, not I listen to the computer. Huh? It is a machine and it is not intelligent, but I'm a human and I'm intelligent. It should listen to me. Huh? I choose the third option, click next, and from the menu you have to choose a computer, a minimum computer that create for the OS that you want to install. Okay, for example, you want to install a Windows Server 2016. Okay, you want to install a Linux CentOS. You want to install a VMware ESXi. Okay, but this is only a platform. What do I mean? For example, you can choose Windows 10 and install Windows Server. Okay, so I choose Microsoft Windows and choose Windows XP Professional, and I can install mikrotik. And this option is the most suggested. Okay, click next, and this I write my computer, for example, computer name, for example, RB-Farahi, my family name. And here is the location of my virtual machine on my host computer. Name the original computer, host computer. Next, and here you define how much is the maximum capacity or size that your virtual machine can consume from your computer. Okay, this is the maximum. What do I mean? I mean, if I create this virtual machine, at first it is only, for example, 12 kilobyte. But it can increase till 40 gigabyte. Okay. I choose as a single file, means do not split the hard file. Increase the speed. Click next, and now click customize. From the menu, I can define the RAM, CPU, ISO file, network adapter, and the other thing. Okay. For example, for mikrotik, 32 megabyte is enough. Okay. One CPU, one core, one CPU, and one core per CPU. From CD DVD, I choose the use ISO image file and go to desktop, where I dropped my mikrotik router OS, and click close. I click finished, and my machine has been created. Okay, I click power on this virtual machine. Click on the screen, and the operating system installation process start. mikrotik asks me, which package do you want to install? And as you can see, by default, it chooses the system package. Anyone can tell me why? Why it chooses the system package?
You have to install it.
Yes, we have to, because the system is the main package. System is the main package, okay? And we can choose any of us by arrow key and space. Or we can press A, means all, and then press I, means install, So A for all, I for install. A for all, I for install. And then mikrotik does not know that I'm going to install this mikrotik on a VMware. Mikrotik think that you are going to install this OS on a real computer. So suggest that if there is a previous mikrotik RouterOs on this PC, ask me, do you want to keep the previous configuration? I choose no. And then ask me, I'm going to format all of your hard disk. It's okay because it's only format the virtual hard disk. And then press Y and complete. It's really hard. Only 3 clicks, huh? Okay. As you know, my I always, in all of the project that I did before, I always say, make it silly simple. Make it silly simple. And mikrotik always did it. Make it silly simple. Okay? Press enter and the job or the mission accomplished. Huh? Okay? The job has been done. My mikrotik has been installed. Finished. What did Arab said? Tamam, huh? Yes? I have many friends in Emirate and United Arab Emirates and in Basra and in Oman. Okay. It's okay? Big like. Okay. If you try to listen to my movies on the internet, always anyone who may listen to my movie, for example, going to sleep, and I said a big like, and wake. Okay. The default username of mikrotik is admin. Okay, without any password. Without any password. And because there is no license and the license is license 0, ask me, do you want to see the license? And I press no. Okay. mikrotik show me some information that is very useful for me. For example, this serial number. This is the serial number of my mikrotik, and if you buy a license, for example license 456, or register for license 1 free, you have to use this serial number. Okay, and also another information is this prompt. The user has been logging into my router, @ the name of my mikrotik. Okay, as you know, a computer is built to ask me what I want to do and run my commands, and then again ask me, what do you want to do, what do you want to do. This prompt that blink is going to ask me, what do you want to do, what do you want to do. Okay, mikrotik is really easy to use the CLI or command line interface. But you have to ask yourself, what do you want to do? You want to tell the system to do what do you want to do. But before that, you have to ask yourself what I want to do. Okay, for example, I'm going to set an IP address on this device. I am going to set an IP address on this device. Okay, right, IP address. Is it good? Huh? It's delicious, huh? It's tasty, huh? It's so yummy, yummy, yummy. Do you know yummy? What does yummy mean? Yummy, yummy.
ID tab address.
Wait. Yummy, yummy,
Yani bakalım.
yummy, yummy. In restaurant, use this word. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. So yummy. Mikrotik OS is so yummy. Delicious. Okay. And another good news for you. For example, you do not know how to spell a command. You type till how much you know that word. For example, address, AD. Then press tab. It has been. Okay. You know, I'm from Iran, huh? And I'm from Shiraz. Do you know Shiraz? The city of poem, and history and wine. In the past history, this Persepolis. This is my city with 3,000 of history. Persepolis. Persepolis, this is my city with 3,000 of historical records, and also this. Okay, this is my city. Okay, the city of poem and wine. They called us before our new government. But we are famous in our country as a lazy person. They called us Shirazi person are so lazy. Why? Because it's very good weather, everything is beautiful. So I think mikrotik has been made by Shirazi person. Type very easily, Okay, is as a just kidding, Okay, IP address. At first, ask yourself what do you want to do, and then tell the system that what do you want to do, What? Okay, wait. Okay. So there is some colors in mikrotik CLI. For example, magenta or aqua. This color is aqua. If you find something in aqua, it means it's a menu. It's a menu. And if you something in magenta, for example, this magenta, it means this one is a command. Okay? And a good news for you, Vimbox and CLI are the same. For example, imagine for anyone in this class who worked before with Vimbox, okay, I want to put an IP address in Vimbox. I go to IP menu, then address, and then click plus. IP address. Okay, so all of you can write the CLI. And if you type IP and then click enter, you are going to IP menu. Okay, wait, can we? Oh, okay, and then address. Okay, if you come back, just type 2 dot. Okay, only one step, come back. But if you come to the root slash. Why? This structure belongs to the Linux. Because mikrotik built or based on Linux. Okay? So, IP address. And I don't know more command. Just double tap. I told you, Shirazi mate. Okay, double tap. Okay, for example, add means add a new address. Comment, put a description. For example, this address belongs to Ahmad, masala. Disable, edit, export, find, print. Okay, remove. For example, add IP address, add. I want to add an IP address. So I want some input. Tab. One more tab. What address? For example, 192. Okay. And then network. Okay. But I am Shirazi person. I don't put the network. Why? Because mikrotik calculate the network by itself. But I should define, no, I have to define the interface. Where should I put this IP address? Which interface? Ether 1, Ether 2, which Ether? Interface. Okay, and again tab. I absolutely sure that this OS made by Shirazi. Okay, and I want to review the IP. IP address print. Show me. Do you like it? Is it interesting? Delicious? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. One more command and I will take you some time to practice. Okay? Okay? I want to, so at first, ask myself, what do I want to do? What I want to do? Okay, I want to change the name of the system. So put system. Okay. Here, for example, is my ID card. Or another question. What is your Instagram ID? What is your WhatsApp ID? ID, identification. Identity. Okay? But a system only can have only one name. You can't add more than one name. So you can set it. Different between set and add. Add, you can add more than one. But set means there is a value, you can change it. There is a value, you can change it. Identity, set. So at first define the scenario in your mind. Okay? System identity, set name. For example, Farahi-RB. Before enter, the name is mikrotik. Okay? Put the internet. Enter. Farahi-RB. Big like for mikrotik. Okay? Because we are typing the command in the VMware environment. After a minute, I will use the POTI environment and I can change the view. Okay? Wait a minute. Okay? Okay. Do you know what is DHCP? DHCP is a protocol, give the clients the IP. Okay, but ma I use Farsi word, huh? But we want to use DHCP client for laptop. For example, my laptop connect to online IQ DHCP server and give IP. So online IQ is DHCP server and my laptop is DHCP client. I want my mikrotik to use IP address, to give IP address. So it is DHCP client. Give IP. Give IP from DHCP server. Take, get. Okay, sorry, you're right. It is 72 hours that I didn't sleep. Okay. Okay. So I want IP. Yes, IP. Okay. DHCP client. IP DHCP client add. Interface ETA1. But there is a point. By default, DHCP client address are disabled in CLI. Okay, so disabled, no. Disabled, no. It means the default configuration, no. Enter. Okay, IP address print. As you can find, there is one more IP address, 192.168.245.136, but there is a D. This D means dynamic. Okay, and there is a software named Putty. Unfortunately, some people call this putty, but this one is putty, not putty. Okay, it's a wrong pronunciation. Putty. Okay, putty is a terminal manager software. And there is a good news. By default, SSH and Telnet is enabled on mikrotik. So I enter the IP address 192.168.245.136. Okay, click SSH or Telnet and click open. There is a security warning because I use SSH. Okay, press yes and my mikrotik. I minimize the VMware and I think that there is a real mikrotik. And I can right click on the title bar and choose change setting and then go to appearance and then click change. And from the menu, click, for example, 16 and this and bold, for example, and here for you. It's okay? Add me. Oh, shit. Putty. Okay? Admin without password. Okay? There is a point here. Unlike Cisco, in Cisco, when you do some configuration, the configuration is in RAM. It means if you suddenly unplug the power cord, all of the configuration that has been right in your RAM, it is not saved and your configuration will be wiped out. Okay, But mikrotik, every command that you type, all of them are saved. All of them are saved. It means you don't want any more command to save the command into your hard disk, for example, or flash. Okay? What's the time to practice? Hmm? Hmm? Do you want to practice?
Yes, easy.
Okay. Was it interesting for you? Is it easy?
Yes.
Hmm? And another point, the Putty software is for free. Putty software is for free. You can download it from internet. Okay? So I press stop.